following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Brooksville, Florida, at a combined weight of 540 pounds, Bo and Duke Rotundo.
Bo and Duke Rotundo back together, team brotherly love.
Well, there we go, the wild boys of FCW, living, breathing proof that evolution can indeed go backwards.
That's very condescending.
It was fully intended to be, Saxton. They deserve nothing less.
Introducing their opponents, from San Francisco, California, at a combined weight of 467 pounds, the team of Jimmy and Jules Uso.
Well, we heard from these two last week, now making their debut as a tandem here in FCW, Jimmy and Jules Uso, twin brothers.
Twin brothers, we're familiar with Jimmy Uso. I want to see if Jules Uso, the newcomer to FCW, has many of the same characteristics as well as looks.
Now speaking of looks, let me ask you this. Wait, as Bo Rotundo here going for the quick cover, can you tell a difference between Jimmy and Jules Uso?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you.
Again.
They look identical to me, Saxton. I've got to tell you.
Well, they are twins. Covered by Bo, a series of near
So why
pitfalls.
did you ask me, Mr. Smart Guy, eh?
Well, you said they both look alike. Yes, I know that. That's why I'm asking you if you can tell them apart.
Well, I
Thank you
cannot
for your
tell
expert
them
analysis.
apart. One's called Jules, one's called Jimmy. I'm going to hedge my bets and call them both Julie.
That's cute.
Thank you.
Well, to the best of my knowledge, that is Jimmy. I actually did my homework. That's Jimmy Uso in there with Rotundo, who has been in firm control thus far.
I'm not so sure. I think it's Jules in there, Saxton.
Of course you would think it's Jules. I thought you said it was Julie.
I think yet again you've made a huge error on FCW TV, but don't worry, I'm here to clear it up.
Well, one of the Usos is in there. Put it that way.
Well, there was a tag there. Bo Rotundo didn't see it.
Oh, man, Bo Rotundo, you're right. Didn't see that tag at all, and now things are starting to change in this match.
Uso number 2 is in there. I'm pretty sure that is Jimmy Uso.
Well, if it is indeed Jimmy Uso, he is changing the tide of this matchup. Pounding away with ferocity, and now quick tags. Looks like a double team maneuver on the horizon.
Huge impact to the cranium of Bo Rotundo there. You know, it's a first look at a brand new team here in FCW. A brand new team here in FCW. They've had a real baptism of fire against the former tag champs, the Rotundos, but it looks like things are working out very well indeed for Jimmy and Jules Uso.
Well, Bo Rotundo, look at that. Driving the thumb into the neck of Bo Rotundo is Jules Uso. Later on in tonight's, wait a minute, again, Uso with the cover.
Well,
later on tonight's broadcast, we will be hearing from the brand new FCW Tag Team Champions, Brett DiBiase and Joe Henning, as well as that huge main event, Michael Tarver challenging Justin Angel. And again, impressive double team maneuvers by the twins. Uso cover.
Well, they've got a great pedigree, these Usos. Come from a long line of sports entertainers in their family from the Isle of Samoa. And as you can see, the taped thumbs on their hands, that's a tribute to the Samoan spike, a move that's been utilized by many members of their family.
Oh, strong heritage, as you said, and you talk about the Samoan heritage and the history in sports entertainment, and the list of success stories is endless, and perhaps another success story maybe on the horizon here with the Usos, who just continue to pound and punish Bo Rotundo. Cover, hook the leg.
Well, we've said time and time again, the big advantage for the Rotundos is the fact they're brothers. We know about bonds between brothers, but then they're up against a pair of twins. The bond between twins is even greater than the bond between the Rotundos. And that could be the big difference in this matchup.
There's that sliding rear chin lock utilized by Jey Uso. Slides into it for that added momentum, almost like a shock factor for his opponent. In this case, Rotundo. And Bo is a shock factor for you. Responding out of nowhere with that power slam, and it's now Bo who may be inching closer to Big Duke.
Big Duke, offensive lineman, and that is how you use your weight.
Former offensive lineman from Troy University, former one half of the tag team champions, sliding around. Duke, unorthodox but effective. My gosh, it's amazing just how well Duke Rotundo moves for a man his size, nearly 300 pounds.
Oh, there's no need for this, Saxton. Absolutely no need for it. There we go.
And forget him.
Headbutt to the ghoulies.
No. Broken up by Jules. And now you got Bo and Jules on the outside.
This one has broken down on the outside. Bo and Jules.
Oh, man. Bo just got sent into that steel ring post.
I don't think he's getting up from that one.
Oh, and hear that shot. It's Duke Rotundo all alone in there with the
2 on
Usos.
1.
Double shot.
Double Samoan spike to the neck. That could be it.
It is.
Here are your winners, Jimmy and Jules Uso.
Jimmy and Jules Uso, ladies and gentlemen, have arrived.
I don't care which is which. They've just beaten former tag team champions, the Rotundo boys, on their debut, Saxton. That is huge.
Well, from our new tag team to our new tag team champions, let's hear from the new champions, the Fortunate Sons.
The following contest is a 6-man tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Jimmy and Jules Uso and Donny Marlow.
There they are, the Polynesian Power Pack. The twins, Jimmy and Jules Uso, and pulling it together in the middle, Donny Marlow.
Introducing their opponents, the team of Bo and Duke Rotundo and Brisco.
Now, if you want a team that knows about family, a team that knows about heritage, and knows about the triple chest bump, they're the Rotundos and Brisco. You like the chest bump, don't you, Wade?
No, I certainly do not. Very American. You won't find me ever partaking in any of that nonsense. But we've got a mix of second and third generation superstars in that ring now. 6 of them, in fact. And this should be a very, very intense matchup.
Well, potential tag team rivalries in this matchup. Of course, the Rotundos, former tag team champions in their own right. It looks like, is that Jules or Jimmy Uso starting things off?
I have absolutely no idea. I wouldn't even like to hazard a guess.
What are you here for, Wade? You're supposed to help me with this stuff.
They look the same. How can you tell them apart, Saxton?
Well, they are twins.
But I will tell you, that's Bo Rotundo in there right now.
Well, the often hot-tempered Bo Rotundo, the younger of the Rotundo brothers, taking it to, I believe that is Jules Uso in there.
I'm getting word from above. It is, in fact, Jimmy Uso in there.
Oh, okay, so we have a difference of opinion. Oh, well, if it is indeed Jimmy Uso, he's getting rocked by the Rotundos. Oh. Usually the case when you're in there with Big Duke, guy that many say doesn't know his own strength. And now, how about this double team by, Brisco and Big Duke.
Certainly a very innovative move by Brisco and Big Duke.
Brisco told me before he came out here tonight, he's dedicating this match to his late uncle, WWE Hall of Famer Jack Brisco. And certainly, Brisco, very impressive in his showing thus far. A nice double team again.
Well, Brisco suffered tremendous personal loss recently with the passing of his uncle, the legendary Jack Brisco, and it's a testament to him that he's out here trying to further the Brisco legacy, but this could be it right now.
Well, So far, this match has been all Rotundo Brisco. As Uso trying to find some space. I think that caught Bo, or rather Duke, in an inopportune location.
And look at that. Bo Rotundo, in his youthful enthusiasm, getting the referee to turn his back, and you do not do that when you have Usos in there. They were capitalizing at the moment the referee turned his back on that situation.
Yeah, and how quickly things change. Jules Uso seeking out the opportunity, seeking out the opening, and now this like a rabid dog attacking Duke Rotundo.
Donny Marlow trying to sneak in behind the referee's back. Referee was a little sharp at that time.
Well, Duke's going to take a whole lot more to chop down a man his size. There's your evidence.
Well, Duke desperately reaching for the tag. He's been pounded in this match now.
Donny Marlow trying to rustle a few feathers on the other end. And here comes Bo Rotundo, no surprise. Got to keep that temper in check or else it's going to cost your older brother.
And Duke finds himself in the worst possible position, stuck in that corner with the three Islanders attacking him.
Speed! Golly! This tandem of Uso and Marlow, wait! And again, Bo Rotundo, he's got to watch out. He may get himself disqualified
The
here.
referee needs to get a grip on this one. Bo Rotundo had no right to be in that ring right there.
Twice now, Bo Rotundo's been in the ring trying to interrupt a pinfall, and luckily the referee's still allowing things to go.
Well, Bo Rotundo, 19 years old. He's a big, strong, powerful man, but he's just got too much youthful aggression. And it's costing his team so far tonight.
It's like Marlow softening up the trapezius neck area for, the nerve hold. That will affect the arm movement, the neck. Certainly wise strategy against an individual the size of a Duke Rotundo. Now Marlow, I think he's going for a gut wrench here.
I'm not so sure that's a smart move against a 300-pound like Duke Rotundo.
Well, it didn't work for Marlow, but for Duke.
This could be Duke's big chance to get that tag. There's a fresh Wes Brisco on the apron. There's a fresh Bo Rotundo, but no.
Well, he's got two fresh options now. And in comes Wes. Wes Brisco, full of fire. Former international wakeboarding champion. Now trying to wakeboard his way to victory against Donny Marlow. Nice monkey flip.
Brisco really taking it to Marlow here, and this can finish it right now.
Brisco cover. Trying to capture the win, but no. Now again, Bo Rotundo in there, trying to get himself a piece. We got another Uso, not sure if it's Jimmy
This
or...
has broken down. 6 men fighting right now.
Bodies everywhere.
Could this be Donny Marlow's chance to capitalize with everyone else down?
Down to the final two, Wes Brisco and Donny Marlow once again, one-on-one. Brisco roll, center of the ring, shoulders down, and Brisco wins. Well, perhaps only fitting that Wes Brisco captured the victory for his team, and I'm sure the legendary Jack Brisco is smiling down. Take another look, bodies everywhere, like a crime scene for a while, up until it came down to the final two, and one counter later, Wes Brisco, Brisco roll, and a victory for the Briscos and the Rotundos. Well, still to come, folks, it's Archer team up against the Florida Tag Team Champions, Brett DiBiase, Joe Henning, and Justin Gabriel.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Donny Marlow, the team of Jimmy and Jules Usos.
Well, the Polynesian power pack together tonight. It's twins, Jimmy and Jules Uso in action, and I suppose Donny Marlow is just there for moral support.
Well, look at the attire of Donny Marlow. It looks like he means business. Looks like a gladiator in there.
He's a warrior.
And their opponents, the team of Titus O'Neil and Big E Langston.
Oh, here are two big guys who could probably do some damage in a dark alley, huh?
Well, they certainly look mean, but they're two very strong, well-conditioned athletes. The one weakness that I can think of is just their lack of in-ring experience. They've just had a handful of matches between them, and they're in with a couple of very good hands in there with the Usos tonight.
Well, Titus O'Neil, in some circles known as the player's rep, a guy in the know and knows a lot of people, along with his partner, Big E Langston. Big E for enormous?
Quite possibly. He's certainly got enormous pecs, but this player's rep business, I'm not so sure about it myself. Are you a player, Saxton?
I'm not a player, just a commentator.
Okay.
Let me speaking of commentating, so you waltz up here this week on FCW. Now you're my broadcast partner again. After a couple weeks ago, you leave me hanging to go attack Justin Gabriel. Well, watch out here, Big E. What's going on in your head?
Listen, Saxton, as always, I'm available to the highest bidder. A high bidder came along for me to do some work on Justin Angel.
So when did this bid come in? When were you informed that you had a job
Now,
to do?
come on, Saxton. You know as well as I do that the kind of work I get involved in is legally questionable and therefore highly confidential. So I think you should ask me no further questions on it, and you should maybe focus on this match.
Yeah, just keep your cell phone silent this time, won't you? Huh?
Always at the ready, Saxton.
Well, that's I'm not sure if that's Jimmy or Jules Uso, citing the fact that they are twins, but...
Well, looking over, I think that's Jimmy Uso.
Control Big E Langston now, who is displaying his unfathomable power.
Raw power, Saxton.
Oh!
Big E Langston, former defensive tackle at Iowa University. That's the power factor in there right now.
Those 22-inch arms, 60-inch chest, 700-pound squat. And you're talking some trash to Jules Uso. Oh! Yeah. Good idea there, Jules.
I'm surprised Big E can fit into that bottom rope with those pecs. Oh!
Well, for a moment there, it seemed like Big E Langston was dodging defenders on the football field. Got past Donny Marlow, but Jimmy Uso was there to finish the job, or Jules rather.
Well, it's important that you mentioned Donny Marlow there. He sees himself almost as the insurance policy for this team of the Usos.
So insurance policy and moral support, right?
Well, moral support always goes a long way. Look at him on the outside cheering his man on. We've seen before trios in FCW tend to do very well in the tag division. Just look at what the Dudebusters achieved. Two-time FCW tag champions. That's never been done before, Saxton.
Well, Jimmy and Jules Uso had the advantage of deception. You never quite know who you're in there with. By the time you realize it, well, you're in a bad position like Big E.
Titus O'Neil on the outside really wants to get into this matchup, but unless Big E Langston can get away from these marauding...
If you're Titus O'Neil, do you really want to get into this matchup?
Well, he doesn't want to lose the match, but if you look at the viciousness of these Usos, it might be wise to stay on the outside.
You also saw Big E trying to reach for the tag. Oh, spinning, flying elbow by Jimmy Uso. Such a very slick, efficient style you see here from the Uso twins. Admiring their work, but don't let Big E get an inch. I don't know if this is wise, talking trash to the guy. Shouldn't you try to beat him? Whoa! Where'd that come from?
There we go, defensive tackle strength. He's also got a freestyle wrestling background, and we saw technique in that. Great belly-to-belly suplex.
Now reaching for the tag, in comes Jimmy Uso. Big E reaching for Titus, but not so much.
Last minute had to be there in time by Jimmy Uso.
So you get the feeling when you see Jimmy and Jules Uso teaming up here. I mean, these two could team up blindfolded and still be aware of each other's maneuvers. That's how well they know each other. That's how well they work well with each other.
Almost a telepathy in there, Saxton. Look how well this is working.
Sliding for added momentum into the rear chin lock. Cinching back with all his strength and pressure, trying to reduce the air supply of Big E Langston.
Well, Big E Langston, very eloquent young man. He's well versed in bodybuilding, but not so fluent in the art of sports entertainment.
Those elbows not as powerful and effective as I think Big E would like, but the belly to back is.
Well, judging by his fight in this match, he's definitely one to look out for in the future, but he desperately needs to make that tag to Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil fresh on the outside, and this is his big opportunity. Jimmy Uso is rocked.
Big E trying to shake out the cobwebs, trying to inch closer to his corner. He sees him, and here comes Big Titus. Oh, it's a big clothesline. Titus O'Neil. Dominant outside the ring, and now trying to establish dominance on the inside. And watch Donny Marlow. Oh, well.
Titus O'Neil exploding in there.
Thanks for coming, Donny. Titus is running the show now. I don't think things are looking good if your last name is Uso.
Wow. This Titus O'Neil has to be one of the strongest men in the building.
Cover. And Jules just in time to save the pinning predicament, and now Big E comes in.
Well, Jimmy Uso wasn't kicking out of that one. He needed his twin there.
We got Big E and Jules on the outside, Titus and Jimmy Uso on the inside. Jimmy counter, rolls him up. Give the assist to Marlow, come on.
Here are your winners, Jimmy and Jules Uso.
Well, Jimmy and Jules Uso and their insurance policy, Donny Marlow, take another look at what happened here. All four men in the ring, Big E taking out Jules Uso, but leave it up to Jimmy Uso, one step quicker, rolling through, and Donny Marlow with the assist, and it's the Polynesian Power Pack victorious.
Well, the insurance policy certainly paid dividends on that one. You have to do whatever you can do to win here in FCW.
Folks,
the following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, and it's for the Florida Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the challengers, the team of Trent Beretta and Kaylin Croft.
well, Trent Beretta and Kaylin Croft are currently two-time Florida Tag Team Champions, and after tonight, assuming they can regain the Florida Tag Team titles, would make history by becoming the first ever three-time Florida Tag Team Champions.
I gotta admit it to you, Byron, this used to be my favorite tag team here at FCW, but the tag team coming out next has just won me over.
Let me guess why.
Oh, you know why.
And their opponents, accompanied by Tamina, the Florida Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jules Uso.
We saw Tamina accompany Donny Marlow a few weeks ago, and now coming out with the new Florida Tag Team Champions, the Usos. I guess I'm not sure if there's some sort of control. We know that Tamina is the son of Hall of Famer Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
The daughter, you mean?
The daughter,
Okay,
excuse
yeah,
me.
that's pretty
The
offensive.
daughter, folks, at home.
What's wrong with you, Byron?
The point is, perhaps he's the link between this whole Polynesian Power Pack. To what extent, I don't know, but we do know, of course, the Usos capturing those Florida Tag Team titles several weeks ago on an FCW live event.
You know what? That woman is beautiful enough to run the world. You know, I think we should make her the president of the United States.
I'm kind of concerned that she's out here because you shouldn't have a problem focusing, Abe.
You know what? I don't have a problem focusing. My eyes focus perfectly on her. How you doing, Tamina? How you doing?
She's not looking at you.
No, I know. She looked at me earlier. How you doing? You look nice tonight.
I'll have you know that she did hand me her jacket earlier.
She handed you the jacket. She thought you was the janitor.
Hey. Abe?
Oh, Jimmy. Is that Jimmy or Jules? I'm confused.
Well, that is currently Jimmy Uso.
Okay, Jimmy Uso going to work. Man, it's going to be a rough on the car.
Future reference, no. Jimmy Uso's got the long tights, and his brother
okay.
Jules has the shorts.
You know what, man?
I'm perceptive, Abe.
That's why I'm glad you're here, man.
I'm glad you're here,
figure
too.
these things out.
We can go out for smoothies later.
I'm not. You know what? If you ask me out on a date again, I promise I'm going to get up and walk away from this booth.
Nice headlock takeover by one half of the new Florida Tag Team Champions. And how quickly do the Usos find out? Yeah, it's great. The hunt is great to earn those titles. But once you become champions, you immediately become the hunted.
You know what? Looking at Jimmy and Jules and how fast they rose here at FCW, I don't think they have nothing to worry about.
Look at this. He's making the same thing. Tit for tat. And Trent Beretta comes out on top.
This is going to be a great match, man.
Hooks the leg.
Both tag teams are fast. They're both intelligent. Actually, one former champion and a current champion.
Well, I mean, you would have to give the edge and experience to the Dudebusters. However, and that's a big however, remember, you got two twins here, two twin brothers, knowing each other all their lives, covered by Croft.
You know what that means?
Know each other all their lives, know each other better than their own backhands.
Yeah, you know what that means? They got a great mind connection. That means they can work better than Trent Beretta and Kalen Croft.
Got the advantage of the deceptive factor, I have to say. I think the tag was made. I don't think Croft knows. Here comes Jules.
Oh, nice.
There's a wake-up call for you.
And that's Jules, right?
That is Jules Uso.
Jules. You know what's interesting? His name is Jules, and they just got new titles. They told me they would go get them encrusted in diamonds.
Oh, that would be different.
Yeah, man. They're like some Polynesian gangsters. I think I seen him in Los Angeles on Crenshaw the other day.
Where?
Crenshaw.
Where's that?
Los Angeles, man. They was in the hood.
Oh.
Them boys is raw. They tough. I'm telling you. I wouldn't want to meet them in a dark alley.
Double team combination. Look at this. The tag team champions.
Nice. Look at that.
Rolling here, perhaps the victory, no.
Those guys winning the championship was definitely not a fluke. Joe Hennon and Brett DiBiase
absolutely not. I mean,
didn't know what they went for.
We've seen the Usos over the last few weeks or last few months very successful in the tag team division here at FCW. So it really comes as no surprise that they are the current champions.
Yeah. I'm really impressed by a well-oiled machine. That's what they look like.
We're seeing a well-oiled machine of the Dudebusters full throttle at the moment.
I mean, everybody knows what the Dudebusters can do. You expect that from them. You know they're great in their own right, but I mean, these guys are. Jimmy and Jules, they're hungry. They're fresh, man. They're not going out without a fight.
Covered by Kalen Croft. Dudebusters, SmackDown superstars. Would love to be able to add three-time Florida Tag Team Champions to their resume.
I don't know, Byron. I don't think it's going to happen tonight.
Anything can happen.
I can tell you what's going to happen tonight. I'm taking Tamina out, and we're going to get smoother.
What about me?
You know, you're not nice.
Double team combination, Dudebuster style cover.
You know what I do like about the Dudebusters?
What do you like?
Everything they do seems so crisp, so sharp. I got to give that to them.
Well, there's a reason why they are multi-time tag team champions.
I mean,
here comes Trent. Oh, watch out. Trent warming up.
Getting ready.
Yeah. All that.
Did you see? Oh, that was nice. Yeah. That was nice. I got to give it to Trent.
Big build-up, huh?
Yeah, man. That's what you do. See? He's just messing with the FCW universe.
Beretta here. Better focus on this match instead of messing with the FCW universe.
When you're confident, as the Dudebusters are, you can do that.
Can come back to bite you in the rear end.
I agree with. Ooh, you see that? Oh, that's Tamina. That's Tamina right there.
Calm down. I know who she is. I told you earlier.
I just reminding you. That's a pretty dress she has on. I love the color purple.
Stop staring at the dress.
I saw the color purple. Remind me of Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, that's cute. That's a cute little pun there.
Yeah. I'm glad you got it.
Trent Beretta having his way at the moment with Jimmy Uso. And the longer this match goes, again, you have to favor the Dudebusters. Why? Because they know what it's like to defend the Florida Tag Team titles, and they know how important it is to maintain your composure during the duration of a match, especially a title defense. Here's Croft with the cover.
I'm going to agree with you on anything tonight. Now, that's something I will agree with you on.
Why would you agree with me?
I said I will.
That's what homeboys do.
Hey, listen, you done already invited me out to smoothies. You done creeped me out for the rest of the night, man.
I like strawberry banana. I don't know about you.
I like pineapples.
Good.
Yeah, Tamina like pineapples too.
Croft again. Whoa!
Oh,
countered by Uso.
Come on, Jimmy. Come on, I done already told you you're my new favorite tag team. Nice. I told you, them brothers, man.
Oh, official was distracted. Kayla Croft on the outside. The Florida Tag Team Champions are in control. We gotta take a break, but our main event continues. Welcome back to FCW Television. This is our main event. Florida Tag Team titles are on the line. Jimmy and Jules Uso defending the Florida Tag Team titles for the first time here against the Dudebusters.
Can you see that? Please, do you see it, Byron?
I see it, Abe.
Okay,
I got the same monitor you have.
Just want to make sure you see it because you're not seeing the beauty of Tamina. I got to make sure your eyes is right.
It's more than just exterior beauty.
It is?
Yes.
Who told you that? You know what? You grew up with the wrong morals and principles.
Well, nonetheless, great tag team execution here by the Uso twins.
Nice. Man, if I was a tag team, I would not want to face Jimmy and Jules.
I'll tell you what, well, this is a rather unstable time, you know, in the tag team ranks. When you got competitors like the Dudebusters, you got the Rotundos, you got Kurt Hawkins, Jackson Andrews. I mean, all these teams vying, cover again. All these teams vying for a chance to become Florida Tag Team Champions. And when you're atop that mountain, all you see are just like a bunch of bees.
Look at that.
Searching for honey.
Choking them.
Yeah.
That's how you choke somebody.
I see. Oh, that's how you choke
That's
somebody.
how you choke somebody.
That's not proper.
He's beating Kayla Croft like he owed him some money. How much money you think Kayla Croft owe Jules?
I'm not aware.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Kayla Croft lying
God,
prone on that bottom turnbuckle.
Look at that. Oh, wow. I bet he's going to pay him his money now. I have never.
Well, why isn't he covering him?
Never, because he's showing off. They can do that right now. The champion.
You just won the tag titles. Now
That's
you're
right.
going to show off?
That's right. They're showing off. They're cocky, man. These boys got some swagger about them. They got style. They got skills. They got to show that, man. They're not looking for no easy, quick victory. They have to prove something tonight.
Croft trying to fight back, trying to shake off the cobwebs, but immediately taken down, and immediately Jimmy Uso targets the lower back.
Yeah.
Going for the win here.
That's how you do it. You see how they cut the ring off, don't you?
Well, that's wise strategy.
Yeah,
he noticed Kayla Croft was inching closer to his corner, inching closer to Trent Beretta, and immediately Jimmy Uso having the wherewithal to bring Kayla Croft back to his corner and make the cover.
Yeah. Come on, Jimmy. Keep it tight.
Kayla Croft.
Oh, Jimmy. Come on, Uso.
Kayla Croft searching for his corner, trying to get his bearings.
Come on, Uso. You got to make that tag, man. You don't want to lose these championships tonight. You just got them.
Which man can make the tag first? Jimmy Uso does.
Come on, Jules.
And again, Jules trying to drag Croft to the corner. Croft creates separation. Here comes Beretta.
Uh-oh.
What?
Did you see that?
I saw it. The Dudebuster, Trent Beretta.
And Beretta's going to work.
The 22-year-old prodigy.
He's more like 27, I think.
Down goes Jules.
Come on, Jules.
Florida Tag Team titles on the line. Trent Beretta trying to make it 3 times. Trying to complete the trio.
Come on.
Drop kick. This is it.
Woo, boy. Oh, man. My blood pressure's going up on this match, man.
Sit back, relax, take a deep breath. We got a classic. Trent Beretta trying to put the finishing touches, trying to close out, trying to find a way to beat Jules Uso. Spinning tornado DDT counter, no.
Come on, Jules. There you go. Cover, cover, cover.
Is this it?
Oh, man.
What a match.
This is one of the greatest tag team matches I've seen in a long time, man.
What a match.
These boys mean business.
This is the competition. This is the prestige of becoming Florida Tag Team Champions.
This is how you defend your championships. This is it right here. Don't get no better.
Jules Uso has Trent Beretta tied up in the rope. Shudder to think what he has in mind. Oh,
see, that's what you get, Cannon. Oh, no. I can't take this, Byron. I can't take this. You know, my date is on the line with this match. The Usos lose, Tamina won't go out with me.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, gosh. Did you see that? Did you see it?
Gosh.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Mid-air.
Oh, come on, man.
Jules Uso.
Win me a date.
Recovering. Yeah.
No.
Who wants it more? Who wants to leave the FCW arena tonight as tag team champions?
Wow.
That's the question.
This is it. It is what it's all about, Byron.
Jules Uso, perhaps looking for the high risk, perhaps looking to cash in with the high reward. Watch out! Dangerous place to be for both these men. Percy on the second rope. Beretta looks to be going for a superplex. Watch behind you. Watch behind you.
Nice.
What?
Now that's a.
Oh my gosh. No. No.
Oh. Goodness.
Jeez.
That's carnage. Total carnage. What would you call that? A super duper suplex?
How much punishment can these four men inflict upon each other?
Wow. Wow, that's all I can say. I'm speechless.
Trent Beretta and Kalen Croft. The prone body of Jules Uso. Laying in the ring.
Come on, Jules, pull it together. This thing ain't over yet.
Usos trying to successfully retain the Florida Tag Team titles in their first title defense, but not if. Oh, come on!
I didn't see anything.
Oh, you didn't see Tamina?
I didn't see anything.
Describe
No,
the leg of Trent Beretta.
Trent Beretta tripped on the apron. He tripped. That's what happened. He tripped.
Well, call Tamina the
clumsy.
X Factor,
No,
grabbing the leg of Trent Beretta.
I don't know.
And now Jimmy Uso will fly.
Trent Beretta's clumsy.
Here are your winners and still Florida Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jules Uso.
Another look back and forth action between two of the top tandems in FCW today, but thank the X Factor, Tamina grabbing the leg of Trent Beretta and providing the opening for Jimmy Uso to come off the top rope and connect for the 3 count. And still in their first title defense, your Florida Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jules Uso. I've just got word, signed, sealed, and delivered. One-on-one, Abe. Main event, Wade Barrett will go one-on-one with Justin Gabriel. For myself, the Sax, he's Washington. We'll see you next week.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Florida Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers, the team of Tito, Nieves, and Hunico.
Well, Tito, Nieves, and Hunico make their way to the ring, man. We got more controversy, man.
How about slapping the lieutenant general manager? How about Axana, from what I've seen, took the gift that was supposed to be for Liviana, put it around her neck, and come in and flaunted it in front of Liviana.
I think it's safe to say that being general manager many times can be a thankless job, Dream.
Well, Norman couldn't keep a good woman to be tripped over. You know what I'm saying? Wow, man, that was something. This is gonna be a great matchup.
And their opponents, accompanied to the ring by Tamina, they are the Florida Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jules Uso.
Well, the Usos have quickly changed the landscape of the FCW tag team picture ever since capturing those titles several weeks ago.
I want to tell you what, these guys are the real deal. I'm talking about the Usos, the Florida Tag Team Champions. You've got to be a great team. I believe that sincerely here at FCW or at WWE to beat these guys. They're on a fast track to stardom.
And perhaps the glue between this team, the exotic young lady known as Tamina.
Tamina is exotic and is just gorgeous as she can be.
Tamina, of course, the daughter of WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
She got on her summer shorts.
Her summer shorts, well,
Summer shorts.
it is springtime, so
Springtime
I would assume
going on.
so.
Summer shorts going on.
It's
I like
appropriate.
it a lot. That's appropriate.
Summer shots or shorts.
Shorts, summer shorts. Like your drawers. You put on your drawers before you put on your pants.
Well, here we
Put
go,
your
folks.
oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Driv. Our main event. Florida Tag Team titles on the line here. Looks like Hunico is going to start things off with, is that Jules or Jimmy in there?
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Looks like Jules.
Hunico got a hold of him from the back, and this kid is a fiery competitor from Mexico. I guarantee you. And we all know Cologne. We know the background.
Well, of course, as you said, Hunico competed extensively in Mexico.
And Tito
His Tito Nieves, the cousin of WWE superstars Carlito, as well as Primo Cologne.
Did I not see that?
Whoa! Whoa! Nice
Good shot,
agility.
buddy. Whoa!
Incorporating Lucha Libre style, Hunico has made his name off of. Nice arm drag.
Beautiful, buddy. Wow. Here we go. Now business just picking up right now. Business just picking up. I want to say hello to my good friend Simon's here from American Idol.
Simon?
Came down to see tonight, just flew in.
Is he really?
Sitting back there in the back. You never know who you're going to see right here.
Wow.
Derek Jeter just walked in. They're here to play the Raves. They're off tonight. Got a great crowd here.
Nice double team by Nieves and Hunico.
They're going to get a shot at a
Over
pin
here,
right here.
watch it. Shot at a pin, a shot at winning the tag team titles. Tell you, you know firsthand, Dream, when you're competing with a title on the line, whether it's a world heavyweight title, tag team title, singles title, whatever the case, you have to bring your A game. And if you're the champions, well, you got to bring it too, as we're seeing.
Yeah, I tell you, and they know what to do. They know how to cut the ring off, how to keep the guy hurt. But this thing's a little bit early in the contest.
Jey Uso in there with Tito Nieves, and look at the balance.
A mule kick from the top rope.
Stand on the top turnbuckle, and Nieves.
Wow.
Full control.
Fabulous. That's what we're here. That's what it's all about. That's why you buy a ticket. I get tongue-tied. There's a lady sitting over here with shots on. We can't get a shot of it from the being
shorts.
Well,
oh. Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
no. Here comes this girl with a hot dog for me. Thank you, dog. You want a hot dog?
Nieves, two guys who have only teamed for a very short time here in FCW, but have really come into their own quickly. Watch it. Oh, double cross body
Yeah, they caught him
by
both.
the Usos.
Yeah.
Very dangerous positioning here. Oh.
Buddy, that will put your lights out right there. What a move that was.
My gosh.
Jimmy and Jules Uso.
And to their credit, Jimmy and Jules Uso have backed down from no challenge, despite the fact that Tito Nieves and Hunico have not been competing very long here in FCW. They said, you know what? You want a shot at us? Wait, cover here. You want a shot at us? Come get us.
Well, I still haven't seen a return match. I want to see the return match with Henning and DiBiase. Even though Henning and DiBiase got into which I think was just a little spat. That's out of the way. See where it goes from there. But you look at the Rotundos, right?
Well, I'm sure we'll see that. I mean, right now, this is such an honorable state right now that we're seeing the Florida Tag Team Division, because I can't remember recent history a hotter time with so many tag teams competing for the ultimate spot.
And it means so much to these FCW athletes, these young men having that opportunity to put that around the waist of like the Briscoes did, and me and Mike Graham and Steve Kern and Mike Graham, and the list goes on and on of great Florida Tag Team champions.
Jimmy Uso cutting off Hunico midway in his tracks cover.
Yeah, I think this thing here is gonna take more to wear them down. I'm talking about Usos wearing down Hunico and Tito Nieves. I was at the Copacabana in New York City, and I heard Tito Fuente one night. You ever heard of Tito Fuente?
I have.
Yeah, and Tito Nieves reminds me a lot of Tito Fuente.
Does he?
From the Copacabana.
Oh, we can all rest easier knowing.
Oh, that you can rest easy on. get a tag and maybe an ending to a pretty good outing so far.
I'll tell you what you notice firsthand about the Usos. Of course, twin brothers naturally know each other inside and out. Wow,
that's
speaking of inside and out, Hunico seems to always pull a counter out of his pocket.
He made the
Swing
tag,
Hexes,
too.
He made the tag. In
Wow.
comes Tito Nieves. Ouch!
Here we go, guys. Yeah,
Don't
that's what I'm
blink.
talking about.
You might miss something. Tito Nieves trying to lead his team to victory. Florida Tag Team titles on the line. And
Watch
watch
out.
Tito. He's gonna fly. Gosh.
Buddy,
Bodies everywhere.
does it
folks.
get any better than this?
Oh, it doesn't get any better. Florida Tag Team titles on the line. Nieves, Hunico, Usos, non-stop action. Never again, watch now.
My goodness, what a move that was.
Yeah, if you want to make an impression, Tito Nieves and Hunico have done just that, and that's kind of roll, no. And right indirectly into
Well, sure he did.
Jimmy Uso on the apron. And Nieves just on all cylinders.
Tito's got it going for him, baby.
Looking under Nieves.
Well, he took a walk.
So Jules Uso trying to get
Here they go.
out of dodge here. Now we
Big
got a
chase.
chase on the outside of the ring. Oh!
Whoa!
Tito
Buddy.
Nieves is down. Florida Tag Team titles on the line. The Usos are in control. We've got to take a break.
gotta be kidding.
as
Take a
this
break for
match.
what?
Oh, it continues.
Get out.
Welcome back to FCW Television. This is our main event here.
Yeah, they really took advantage of a mistake by Tito, and they're starting to work him over right now.
Cover here again. Dream, let me ask you a question. The longer this match goes, who do you see with the advantage?
Oh, I tell you what, I'm gonna favor. Usually, I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna favor the high flyers, but I'm not there. I think Jules and Jimmy Uso want this thing to go as long as it can, break them down a little bit, and wait for what? For that mistake a high flyer will make, and when they do, they'll capitalize.
Continued double team maneuvers by the tag team champions, displaying their continuity. And you almost get the sense, hooking the leg, you almost get the sense that not only the longer this match goes, but of course, naturally, the longer their reign goes, the stronger the confidence of the Usos will increase.
Well, if you would have heard my analysis or listened to my analysis that I laid out, I basically said that.
Well, sometimes you have to reiterate the same point to make sure it registers.
Yeah, but I agree with you. You're right. So we got the same analysis twice, but from two different people.
Tag made by Jimmy Uso to Jules. I don't think Tito Nieves has any idea, but he's going to find out in a hard way. Gosh.
There you go. All they got to do, I believe, is get a cover right here.
I think Jimmy is looking to
Jimmy got the
more
long
punishment
tie.
here.
Jimmy got a long tie song for y'all watching at home. And you guys on the radio, too bad. You ain't got television.
Oh. Harsh kick to the back of the head, trying to scramble the brains of Tito Nieves. And look at this, Jimmy Uso
Wow.
sliding
You see
into
him
the
lock
rear
that
chin
in?
lock. Yes, using added
Yeah.
momentum.
It's just like they're so confident, and you want to say toying sometimes.
I just said
but
confident, remember?
Yeah, you did, but it's just that they're on top of the game, and they just kind of, I think they had an opportunity to pin this guy earlier, but toying's a good word. I mean, just saying, I'm going to go ahead and punish them and say, don't come back for no more.
Well, is it wise to? I mean, I understand you want to make
No,
a
it's
statement.
not wise. That's what I'm saying. It could come back to haunt you.
Oh, here we go. About 2.5.
He's hanging tough. Tito's hanging tough.
Tito Nieves, more punishment he receives, the more desperate and more necessary it really becomes for him to get to his corner somehow and tag in Hunico. Watch out! Oh, full speed ahead.
What do you call that?
I call it pain in a hurry.
Butt bump. Johanny hit another guy's face at 100 miles an hour. It's like getting hit with a no-line fastball.
Well, I've neither experienced either of those, but I'm sure they hurt very much.
A flying butt bomb, matter of fact. Write that down from now on.
A flying
That's
butt
called
bomb.
a flying butt bomb.
I got it. Flying butt bomb.
Say it real fast. Flying butt bomb.
I can't.
Oof. Boy, they're just really taking this thing to task. The Uso brothers, I mean, they're in big form right here.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where you wonder how much longer Tito Nieves is going to be able to take this onslaught.
I think you go back and you look at his background, and you go back to the Colognes, and you go back to his uncles and aunts. And they grew up in this industry, brother. You got that heart just like West Brisco, like I talked about earlier. Got a heart shining big right there. You just gotta crank on it.
Tito Nieves does know what it's like to be resilient, but again, a human being can only take so much pain.
Yeah, pain, blues, and agony being dished out by the Usos.
Quick tags in and out by the champions. Jimmy and Jules. Oh!
This could be all she wrote right here.
Got to
There
make
you
the
go.
cover, center of the ring. Great positioning.
This is a good one, buddy.
Maybe a little frustration starting to rear its head.
Yeah, saying
For
maybe,
Jimmy Uso.
Maybe I could have went to the well a little bit earlier. Got this thing done. Got us out of here. You know what I mean? Let me get dressed up, get in the car, get out of here.
Perhaps a mistake by the champions who haven't been champions
Well, here you go,
very
Tito.
long for that
Trying
matter.
to fight back.
Tito, all that heart, all that determination. Oh. But not enough at this moment.
Wow, what a tremendous tag team.
I mean,
from
the Usos literally have got off this ring, cut the ring in half, allowing themselves to continually double team and
That's got to
punish
be it.
Tito Nieves.
Got to be it,
You
Byron.
got to cover.
He got it.
Hooks the leg. I don't even know if it's just by chance that that shoulder was out of place.
No, I think Tito's right there. Tito's, if he's got any left, what does he need to do, Byron? Obviously, it's too obvious is to make that tag to a fresh Hunico.
But the thing is, and the strategy which is working perfectly to a T for the Usos, they've cut off the ring. They're making quick tags, constantly keeping the fresh man in the ring.
He lost him there, come right back and got it.
Again,
Yeah.
cutting off the ring, exactly.
Yeah, he did it. And that is a great move. It's not smooth, but, buddy, when you lose somebody, you get right back on them.
It's all about who walks away from the FCW arena, who walks out of here as the reigning Florida Tag Team Champions. Currently, they are the Usos, and they plan to keep it that way.
Man, his back has hit the canvas numerous times. Watch out, baby.
Shimmy! I mean, from all angles, these Usos just attacking Tito Nieves. The pro body covered.
Well, I'll tell you what about Tito. You talk about Iron Man, we could just nickname him Iron Man Tito Nieves because he's kicked out of some major moves. That just gives you the competitiveness of wanting to be Florida Tag Team Champion.
Well, yeah, and you honor the competitiveness, you honor the heart and passion, but you can't ignore the fact that you have to remember, you have to ask, you have to question, how much more? How much more can Tito Nieves take? Oh!
Big backdrop
Right
going for a
spot, but his
tag.
partner's out of place.
Well, his partner got knocked off the apron.
The moment Tito Nieves finally makes it to the corner, Hunico nowhere to be found at this time around. Make
Well, right
the
now.
tag, Tito.
There you go, there you go, there you go.
Just a few inches away, trying to reach, trying to crawl to his fresh tag team partner.
Buddy, both men now then, both of them need to make a tag, especially Tito.
Trying to get his bearings, trying to figure out where he is.
There you go.
And there's the tag. Here comes Hunico. How long he's been able to wait on that apron, watching his partner. And now it's Hunico. A one-man machine who will try to win the Florida Tag Team titles for his team. Up top, this is where Hunico's at home. Oh! Nice swans. Oh.
Nice swanton, wasn't it?
Swanton splash by Hunico, but just in time, Jules Uso in place. And now Tito's got to get out of the ring here. Watch out from behind.
Wow. That might have just shut it down.
Samoan splash, aided by Jimmy. Cover. No, no, no. This match is not over yet.
Well, I tell you, have we seen some electrifying moments?
And here comes Tito again. This time, spinning tornado DDT.
He needs to
Jimmy's
get a cover.
out. Roll over. All Hunico has to do is roll over, and we're gonna have new tag team champions.
Here we go. Here we go.
Drape them. Oh gosh.
Man, what a matchup.
And now you got Tamina on the apron.
Yeah.
What is she doing? Oh no. Tamina with the distraction. Jules from behind. Splash. Not like this. Not like this.
Can you believe this?
Wow.
Wow, man. Here you go.
We got a battle on the outside of the ring between Jules Uso and Tito Nieves. We got Jey Uso trying to size up Hunico.
They are bringing it, buddy. They are bringing it.
Oh, and flying spike to the neck on Hunico, and the Usos are still your champions.
Here are your winners, and still the Florida Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jules Uso!
What an unbelievable matchup here at FCW.
What a match is right. My gosh, I'll tell you what you can't say, you cannot say that Hunico and Tito Nieves did not bring it. Take a look at this, counter for counter. We thought Tito Nieves had won this match for his team. Tornado DDT, all Hunico had to do was cover, but it didn't stop there. Fast forward, you got Tamina on one end, distracting the referee. Up comes Jules Uso off the top rope, provide the opportunity for Jimmy to connect with that flying Samoan spike. And ladies and gentlemen, still your Florida Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jules Uso.
Take a deep breath.
I'm trying.
Wow.
Folks, still your champions, a hot night of action. For myself, Byron Saxon, for the Dream, Dusty Rhodes, we gotta say goodbye, but we'll see you next week.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Florida Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the challengers, the team of Skip Sheffield and Darren Young.
On the line, and your challengers, Skip Sheffield, Darren Young, will attempt to become the next Florida Tag Team Champions, Wade.
Well, they are two of my dismal rivals on NXT, and they're teaming up together for the first time. You know what I say, Saxton? Two wrongs don't make a right, and what we have in the ring right now is two wrongs.
And their opponents, accompanied to the ring by Tamina, they are the Florida Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jules Uso.
Well, I'll tell you what, this Polynesian power pack of Jimmy and Jules Uso has more than proven that they belong in the top slot of the FCW Tag Team division.
Well, thinking back, I struggle to remember a team as dominant as these Usos. Since they got to the top of the ladder here in FCW, nobody can touch them.
And the glue in between is Tamina, the exotic, mysterious Tamina, and daughter of WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
There's some great genetics in that ring right now.
Man, what a huge way to kick off FCW this week. Certainly a very intriguing matchup here when you look at a team like Darren Young and Skip Sheffield, who have very contrasting styles, yet very effective abilities.
Well, two very powerful superstars in Skip Sheffield and Darren Young, but they're certainly going to have their hands full tonight, because what we have is tag team specialists in the Usos.
Oh, Jimmy and Jules Uso, brothers, twins. I mean, oh, watch out. Roll up here by Young, tries to end it early. Talking about the Usos, brothers who began teaming up with each other when they were teenagers. So certainly haven't grown up and of course teamed up for quite some time. To say that they know each other very well is an understatement.
Well, it's almost telepathic in there sometimes when you watch these two. And I think that really is the key to their success. That is the edge they have over every single team here in FCW.
Darren Young spinning out of momentum, just charging in. The advantage here, cover. We've seen Darren Young in recent weeks having issues with his NXT mentor, CM Punk.
Well, that's very true. So far, he's resisted the urge to join the straight edge lifestyle, but
John hooks the leg here.
Judging by the fact that Darren Young is ranked in last place on NXT, perhaps a turn to straight edge might not be a bad thing.
And in comes, hey, your favorite competitor, the Corn-Fed Meathead, Skip Sheffield. Here's my favorite part.
Ouch. Shocking, Saxton. The referee should ban that move.
Ban the move for what? It's legal. Well, that's Jules Uso in there now, who decides to take over for his brother and immediately attacking the back of Skip Sheffield.
Crowd are making it pretty clear who they're behind in this one. Skip Sheffield 100%, but right now, that looks like the makings of a monkey stomping in the corner, Saxton.
Well, if I was going to say for Jules Uso, what you have to do is stay on Skip Sheffield, not give him an opportunity to rebound, and well, Skip's doing just that.
Well, Skip Sheffield, unquestionably the strongest superstar in the FCW locker room, and look at him pounding. Pounding on poor old Jules Uso.
Can you imagine the celebration if Skip Sheffield and Darren Young won the tag team titles? Mountain Dew for everyone, pixie sticks.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here, Saxton. We know these Usos are tough. They're capable of weathering the storm, and look at this, 2-on-1 in the corner now.
Well, Usos are the champion for a reason, isolating Darren Young in the corner and allowing the momentum of this match to change. Oh, speaking of change, I think it's time for Darren Young to get the party started.
And I've got to be honest with you, CM Punk would not approve of this.
Watch out!
And that is exactly why he wouldn't approve of it, Saxton. It's time wasting, it's showboating, and it could cost him the win.
Yeah, I credit the slight diversion by Jules Uso on the apron to allow Jimmy Uso to come off the top rope.
That's the telepathy that we were talking about. Both Usos knew exactly what was going on, and that was like clockwork.
And it's now the Florida Tag Team Champions who are in control. Young is sliding out of the way, trying to recover. In comes Skip. Skip Sheffield. Powered by Success. Whoa.
Skip Sheffield on fire in there at the moment, and things are looking very bleak indeed for the champions.
In the sense of Skip Sheffield is feeling the emotion, feeling the momentum, feeling that he may be moments away from capturing the Florida Tag Team titles.
I do not like to see Skip Sheffield on that top rope, and that is exactly why. 280 pounds landing flat on his chest in the middle of the ring.
They call it high risk for a reason, and now Skip Sheffield in a bad way outside the ring. My gosh, the Florida Tag Team Champions regain control. Folks, we've got to take a break. This tag team title match continues.
Know what's on.
Welcome back to Florida Championship Wrestling. Byron Saxton alongside Wade Barrett. This is our opening contest for the Florida Tag Team titles, and right now that is Jules Uso in the ring, one half of the Tag Team Champions.
And this is Tag Team Wrestling 101.
Usos using their posterior in a very effective manner to ground and pound Skip Sheffield. Now here's where you begin to see perhaps the experience factor as a tag team come into play. Skip Sheffield, Darren Young, let's face it, haven't been regular partners, as opposed to the Usos, who are not only partners, not only brothers, but also the champions. Oh, standing cross-body, but you see the punishment that Skip Sheffield is taking, unable to capitalize.
Well, he has to capitalize here. I'm not so sure he's going to get another chance.
Gosh.
That could be it right there. Jules Uso needs to make a cover. That could be it.
Maybe taking too much time there. Finally hooks the leg. Sort of get a mixed bag when you look at Jimmy and Jules Uso. They have their own style, unique look, and attitude to match.
Well, they've really smashed the stereotype of Samoan wrestlers. Oh! Two very intelligent, very eloquent young men, but they've lost none of their viciousness.
And again, why isn't Uso making the cover?
He's setting him up for something big. Stamped to the back of the head. There you go, Saxton. Don't jump the gun.
Well, I mean, he seems more concerned about adding insult to injury by talking trash instead of going for the cover.
I think you should have a little bit more respect for the FCW Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, Darren Young.
Darren Young once again showing no respect.
Well, not doing his partner any favors. I understand emotionally he wants to get into this match, but he's got to remember.
There are rules that we all have to live by, Saxton.
Jimmy and Jules once again on a double team front. Yeah, it's funny. That's coming from Wade Barrett, right?
Hey, I live by my rules.
Yeah, your own rules. Yeah, exactly. Exclusive only to you, not the rest of the world. Cover.
Don't start rubbing me up the wrong way already, Saxton.
I state facts. That's all I do. Thanks for joining me up here again, by the way. I missed you.
Well, if the money's right, I'll join you. I've always said that, Saxton. I'll be here every week if they can afford to pay me.
Oh! Skip Sheffield. Is this his opening? Is this the opening for Skip Sheffield to make it to his corner and tag in Darren Young?
Well, Darren Young certainly thinks it is. Look at the intensity etched on Darren Young's face. Aching to make that tag, and Skip Sheffield not close enough to hit the tag, and again taken down by Jules Uso.
Uso again trying to put away Skip Sheffield. You can just see this, again, the punishment wearing on Skip Sheffield, barely able to even crawl over to his corner to tag in Darren Young. And now here comes Jimmy sliding for added momentum into the rear chin lock.
Let's be honest, we have never seen Skip Sheffield just so decimated in that ring. What a force these Usos are.
Well, like him or not, week after week, the Usos continually prove their worth. Surprised many people by capturing the Florida Tag Team titles. The leg again, no.
These Usos could end up the longest reigning FCW Tag Team Champions in history. I don't think there's a team out there that can touch him, Saxton. I've got to be honest with you.
Well, there's a lot of great tag teams here in FCW, and we all know the old adage, one team can beat any other team on any given night, as the Usos proved by winning the tag team titles. Skip Sheffield desperately trying to mount some sort of offense. Again, reaching.
Again, Sheffield, it getting closer and closer. That tag,
yes, this time. Here comes Darren Young. Darren Young has been seething on the apron to get into this match, and now he's making it worth it.
Well, this could be a difference maker. Look at that. Two perfectly executed power slams.
Oh.
And Darren Young, the fresh man in the ring. What is Skip Sheffield doing? He should be getting out.
Sheffield trying to direct traffic. He's got to stay on him, Darren. Oh. You cannot allow the Usos a second of recovery.
Unique offense.
No. Not enough to put away Darren Young.
And Skip Sheffield almost costing his team hugely there.
Uso's the master of the double team. Figured they put Darren Young away, but not so much. This time, oh! Modified Northern Lights Silk! All four men in the ring
really
now.
Broken down into a spot of argy-bargy. And what is Sheffield doing?
Sheffield flying crossbody.
Poleaxed Uso on the ropes.
Darren Young, Jimmy Uso. Only two men. And What is Tamina doing in the
Tamina
corner?
distracting the referee, distracting Darren Young, and Samoan spike to the neck,
Oh,
followed
how
by the
convenient.
splash.
How convenient.
That is teamwork, Saxton.
Uso cover, and he gets it.
Here are your winners and still the Florida Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jules Uso.
I think Jimmy and Jules Uso better give the assist to that young lady right there, Tamina, for allowing their tag team titles to remain intact.
Well, Darren Young snatched defeat from the jaws of victory in that one.
Yeah, take another look. Darren Young and Jimmy Uso jockeying for position on the second rope. Tamina, the background distracts the referee, allows the spike to be utilized by Jimmy Uso, who then comes up with that huge splash, allowing the Usos to capture the victory.
Well, Tamina has just proved to us all one integral part of that team she is.
Well, folks, the question now becomes, who can stop the Usos, the Florida Tag Team Champions? But coming up next, it's the Abraham Washington Show. And on the Abraham Washington Show, it welcomes one of the most highly talented superstars to come down the pipe in a long time here at FCW, Mason Ryan.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. And it's for the Florida Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the challengers, Trent Beretta and Kaylin Croft.
Oh, fist bump and all, the Dudebusters are no strangers to tag team gold here in FCW. The only current tag team to hold the Florida tag team titles on 2 occasions. And after tonight, we could make that 3.
SmackDown superstars. They've become big crowd favorites here in the FCW arena, Saxton. No one would have thought that would happen a few months ago.
Yeah, I didn't.
And their opponents led to the ring by Tamina. They are Florida Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jules Uso.
Well, they've shattered the stereotypes, they have silenced the critics, and so far, they've maintained a stranglehold on the Florida Tag Team titles. Jimmy and Jules Uso, and the glue holding this Polynesian power pack together, Tamina.
Well, undoubtedly the most dominant tag team champions FCW has ever seen, and I hate to say it, I'm a big fan of the Dudebusters, but I think they might be outmatched here.
Jimmy and Jules Uso surprised a lot of people when they captured those tag team titles, and more or less, ever since then, have been unstoppable. Although sometimes I do question the purpose for Tamina at ringside.
You might question her presence, but you can't question her looks. What a stunner, eh, Saxton?
I'm not concerned about her looks, Wade. I'm watching the match.
Well, you wouldn't be.
Well, that's going to be Jimmy Uso starting things off here with Kaylin Croft. I expect a fast-paced matchup, and we're getting from the onslaught here. Kaylin Croft getting the better of Jimmy Uso, tagging in Trent. Wind up, here we go, and yeah.
Classic Dudebuster moves early on in this matchup.
So if you could put your money on one of these two teams' ways, since you are very familiar with the topic of money and what it does for you, who would you pick?
You know, I don't gamble, Saxton. I hate to lose my money, but I've got to say I'm going to side with the champs on this one. They've been so dominant.
That is until the Dudebusters give you a large check, right?
Well, we don't talk about business like that here, Saxton. I don't like to incriminate myself.
Oh, you would, bro. You've already been incriminated, believe me. Trent Beretta sliding through, nice baseball slide, showing the equal amount of quickness that Kaylin Croft did. Don't blink, you might miss something in this match. Cover, Beretta.
You know, I think the key aspect of this match is going to be endurance. Both teams known for their endurance, known for their durability.
Oh,
but there can only be one winner, and young Trent is getting a beating at the moment.
Yeah, and as well as we saw the tag team of Trent and Kaylin Croft working earlier, expect the same thing from the Usos. Twin brothers, been tag teaming ever since they were teenagers. Yeah. Croft trying to maintain a strong advantage here over now Jules Uso. Oh. And so far it's the Dudebusters running the show here.
Well, it's been back and forth, Saxton, but right now Caitlin Croft on top, going
Here
for a
comes
big
Croft
dive.
on the outside.
Jules Uso ate that one hard.
Caitlin Croft on the outside might be hurt, as is Jules Uso. What we do know is the Florida Tag Team titles are on the line, and what we do know is that this match will continue. Welcome back to FCW, folks. This is our main event. Florida Tag Team titles are on the line. On cover.
That could be over right there, Saxton.
Of course, during the break, the Usos only continue to add punishment to the left knee, as they are doing right now.
Well, you saw as soon as Caitlin Croft showed signs of damage to that knee, the Usos were all over it, capitalizing, and that's what makes them such a dangerous, dangerous tag team. They were on the receiving end of some real abuse. Real abuse at the start of this match, but look, they kept their head in the game, and now they are all over Caitlin Croft like a rash.
Shark-like instincts from the Usos, which is why they are the current Florida Tag Team champions.
They're savage intellectuals, that's how I'd refer to them. Both men university educated.
So speed ahead. Using the posterior as an effective weapon, did Jimmy and Jules Uso. Over here by Jules.
Well, there's almost a hush gathered over the FCW arena here at this point. I think there's some genuine concern for the safety of Caitlin Croft here.
Well, you're not used to seeing the Dudebusters in this much of a compromising situation, particularly in the case with Caitlin Croft's knee, which the longer this match goes and the more punishment that they inflict on the left knee, you're talking about potential career-affecting injury.
Absolutely. You're going to have to look at people like Caval and Brett DiBiase, who've been on the sidelines with knee surgeries in the past.
Caitlin Croft desperately trying to kick back, create separation. But look at Jimmy Uso just pouncing on top of Croft.
Look at the face of Trent Barretta, perched high on those ropes, desperate to get into this matchup.
Oh, look at this. Croft tried to scoop up Jimmy Uso for the slam cover.
The knee just gave way halfway up. You know, at this point, I cannot see for the life of me how Caitlin Croft is going to manage to scamper over to Trent Barretta for the tag.
Oh, wait. Countered by Croft into a sunset flipped. Oh.
Count Caitlin Croft out at your peril.
You've also got to consider the fact that the Dudebusters have a very busy schedule here. Uso again with the cover. I mean, here are two guys who are splitting their schedule between SmackDown and FCW. So now you look at a potential injury that could hamper their entire career.
Certainly, and all that traveling, those aeroplanes, cramped cars, takes its toll on your body.
And you know that, being someone who's spent considerable time on NXT.
Of course I know it's Saxton.
Well, I'm just verifying.
I'm a big superstar now.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're a big superstar. Thank you for gracing me with your presence. Jimmy and Jules Uso, unique look. Have an attitude to match. Not necessarily the most appealing attitude, but they're confident.
It's an effective attitude, and that's all that counts. That's why they're the champions, Saxton, and that is why they are a shoo-in to head up to the WWE at some point in the future.
Just twisting and crunching up the left knee of Caitlin Croft. Imagine the pain, shooting up the ankle, shooting up the knees,
I
shooting
don't
up
have
the
to
thigh.
imagine it. Just look at the face of Caitlin Croft. It's etched all over it.
And Jimmy knows it.
Still, the fight is in the body of Caitlin Croft, reaching again for that tag, but once again, Jimmy Uso stopping him.
All he can do is reach, and amazingly, Caitlin Croft able to muster up the strength to deliver a belly-to-back suplex, but no surprise, unable to capitalize, unable to make it to his corner because of the pressure it also took on his left leg.
Well, he's got an opportunity here, and the face of Tamina tells that entire story. There was your chance, Croft.
Oh, here's
Well,
another
here's
chance.
another chance, Saxton. Needs to dive.
Croft
He's made
call.
it.
Here comes Beretta.
Jules Uso misses Beretta second time around, meet the elbow.
Pendulum has swung in favor of the Dudebusters at this point.
The self-proclaimed prodigy, Trent Beretta, all over Jules Uso. Driving force clothesline. Can the Dudebusters do it? Can the Dudebusters capture the Florida Tag Team titles for an unprecedented third time?
Springboard drop kick from Beretta. That
Is
might
this
be it,
it?
Saxton.
Shoulders down.
Oh, so close. 2 3/4. We almost had new tag champions.
Trent Beretta sizing up Jules Uso, perhaps looking for the final touch. Oh, there's a touch, but not the
Super
one Trent
kick.
Beretta expected.
Beretta may have a broken jaw. He hasn't moved since that connected.
Champion cover, champion. Oh.
Trent Beretta kicks out on instinct, holding that jaw.
Jules Uso, you can see the frustration etched on his face and the pain etched on the face of Trent Beretta. Florida Tag Team titles on the line. Looks like Jules Uso looking for some sort of high-risk maneuver, has Trent Beretta perched up on the top rope.
Things are looking very dangerous indeed for both men at this point.
Uso to follow, maybe going for a superplex now on the top rope.
Superplex. Trent Beretta fighting up though. Punches to the gut.
Dangerous spot, dangerous position.
Sunset
Roll through,
flip,
sunset flip, and Jimmy makes the save.
He had to make the save there. The titles were going.
Just inside, here comes Croft.
Croft still limping away on one leg. Both Usos in the ring with the referee's back turn. The alley-oos.
The alley-oos connects. Referee's back was turned. Beretta is out. No.
Still.
Not quite.
Still, somehow, Trent Beretta finds it in himself to kick out. That is the law of the FCW Tag Team titles, Saxton.
Look at the resolve on the face of Trent Beretta. Tag made. Trent Beretta is hurt. Trent Beretta in danger. Trent Beretta out of the way.
Spike attempt.
Tornado DDT. No. Shot off. And there's the spike. Hits the mark. Trent Beretta is out. No.
Well, there was no waking up from that one. Kalen Croft knew it, and they are still in the game.
Bad wheel and all, Kalen Croft made the save for his friend and partner, Trent Beretta, who is still in a bad way. Now the champions.
2-on-1 at this point. Referee needs to get one man out the ring.
But not before they maybe trying to go for a double suplex. Now Beretta.
Dudebuster DDT! That has to be it,
counter.
Sexton! That's gotta be it!
What a counter! New champions! Oh, give me a break, come on!
Tamina on the outside!
Are you joking? Are you kidding me?
What's the verdict, Saxton?
As a result of disqualification, your winners are Trent Beretta and Kalen Croft.
Disqualification, Saxton. You know as well as I do what that means.
Yeah, I think it's pathetic. That's what I think it means.
Jimmy and Jules Uso to leave it up to Tamina. Instead of having a decisive victor in this match, Tamina had to take another look. Instead of having a decisive victory in this match, leave it up to Tamina, the X Factor on the outside of the ring. Tamina drags the referee and deliberately gets the Usos disqualified, because we all know pinfall, the championship can only change hands on pinfall or a submission, and therefore still your champions, Jimmy and Jules Uso.
Well,
Folks,
it's very heinous, but you have to say it's also very smart.
folks, don't forget next week our main event match, signed, sealed, delivered, will take place. Florida Heavyweight Championship. Alex Riley will defend against Darren Young. But till then, I'm Byron Saxton. He's Wade Barrett. We'll see you next week.
The following contest is a 6-man tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Tamina and Brodus, the team of Donny, Marlow, and the Florida Heavyweight Champions, Jimmy and Jules Uso!
Talk about the Polynesian Power Pack in full force, and yeah, the added addition
rounding out this circle of trust.
Oh, somebody definitely rounding out something, boy. Do you see the lady in red? Oh, it's a lot of roundness happening.
Would you calm down?
Woo, man, that's my new favorite color. Red. Oh, I think they got something to say. Oh, please talk to me. What is your, where you from? What's the number?
Hey, relax, man.
I'm just saying, man. Look at it. Good. It's good.
Bow your heads. Polynesian princess, speak.
Let me tell you guys a little story.
Preach.
Our fathers went back to the islands to find themselves the most finest, beautiful island girls with great genetics.
Gospel.
To produce us for one purpose.
Church.
And that's to be the most amazing, dominant warriors in this world of sports entertainment.
The business.
So it doesn't matter who the opponent is.
No matter.
This right here, me and my family, the Polynesian Power Package.
Marinate.
This right here is an explanation enough.
And you do know that.
Whatever she said, I believe it. She could tell me 2 + 2 is 20. Yes, it is. Yes, ma'am. She's scared. They got her hemmed up.
And their opponents, first from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds, Percy Watson.
Well, from our little sermon
And his
to
partners, Trent Beretta and Kaylin Cross.
gonna say from our little sermon to our now eclectic combination here of Purdy Percy and the Dudebusters.
Yeah, eclectic is, I think, is a very proper term to use. I'm gonna just call it a foolish combination. What is wrong with the Dudebusters aligning themselves with unpretty Percy Watson?
Unpurdy. No, it's Purdy.
Yeah, it's unpretty.
You know, like pretty with a D.
Have you looked, I just said red was my favorite color.
Yeah.
Not no more. No, not if you
I
got
told you I was gonna get you a robe like that for your birthday.
No, I don't need no robe like that. I can get that down at the Goodwill, man. You don't have to buy me nothing like that.
No, don't worry. I'll personalize it. It'll say Abe on the back. Then I'll get one that says Sax.
Hey, no thank you. I will definitely pass on your sack.
Galen Croft here. Start these off with the Polynesian Prince, Donny Marlow. And I really, so I heard the words, or I'm not quite sure what the point was, but why is Brodus Clay out there?
Brodus Clay is out there to send a message that I'm big, and you don't want to mess with the big.
Okay, we clearly have seen that. We've seen Brodus Clay in action. We know how dominant he can be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. You got this whole army on the outside of the ring, and it's a tag team match, or six-man rather.
Ain't nothing wrong with bringing your friends out here to cheer you on.
Oh yeah,
That's what
we
they
all
out
know
here to do.
Tamina just loves to cheer on.
You see, that's what you get when you try to be too fancy and too. You know what? That was very unpurdy-like.
It's like Percy Watson lost his balance on the leapfrog, and Donny Marlow
taking full advantage, just like
pouncing without any hesitation. Whoa! Then in comes Jimmy Uso, and down goes Jimmy Uso, and in comes Trent Beretta. A lot of in and outs going on.
Yeah, as much as I love the Dudebusters, man, what are they thinking? Huh? The Dudebusters, come on.
Well, Dudebusters came very close last week to regaining the Florida Tag Team titles, and I guarantee you that's on Trent Beretta's mind at the moment.
Come on, which one of that is that, Jules or Jimmy?
I said it's Jimmy.
Okay, yeah.
Don't you listen to me, Abe?
Yeah, no, I was actually looking at the girl from the outside.
Oh! Trent Beretta missed the cross body, instead was caught by the ropes, and not in a good way.
Now that's a rare occurrence. Trent Beretta don't miss one.
Watch Jules from behind. Like a drive-by.
What you know about a drive-by?
I stay away from them.
You grew up in Virginia. You don't know nothing about no drive-by.
You'd be surprised. We got a standoff on the outside of the ring here. Trent Beretta in a bad way, and yeah, look at all those little armchair quarterbacks looking on, right?
Yeah, I can tell you. Armchair quarterback. That's more like an armchair defensive lineman. He ain't no quarterback.
Jimmy Uso capitalizing on the mishap of Trent Beretta, desperately reaches for the tag. Cover. These Usos have been red hot as the Florida Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, I will give you that, man. They are formidable. Formidable.
Double down, double elbow. Uso covers. Jules.
Come on, Trent.
I tell you, I would love to see a rematch between the Dudebusters and the Usos.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think the Usos want that. You know why?
Why?
Because the Dudebusters are formed not only one-time, two-time former tag team champions. And if it happens again, they could become three-time tag team champions.
I'd love to see that. I wouldn't mind. That might hurt your chances with Tamina.
Well, no, ain't nothing gonna hurt my chances, but I'm gonna walk up there right now. I'm just trying to pick the right moment.
I think you should stay here.
No, I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna say, look here, Mr. Brodus Clay. I hate to, can get out my way.
BFF stick together, Abe. Remember?
I'm gonna give Brodus a hamburger.
Jules.
I'm gonna give Brodus a hamburger so he can be distracted.
I was telling you said that.
And then I'm gonna talk to Tamina. The brother look like he.
Well, notice the wise strategy amongst the Polynesian Power Pack here. They've got Trent Beretta silenced and cornered.
Yeah, that's a rare event, man. Come on, Trent. Make the tag. Let's get King across in there.
Donny Marlow cover.
It's always hard for me to pick when these two guys go together because they're all so talented. Everybody's great. Everybody's doing something fantastic and entertaining that I don't know where to go with it sometimes. So that's why my attention is always diverted to the outside.
Donny Marlow, the messenger of unforgiving blows.
Yeah.
Little war cry there off the second rope.
Wow,
and took a little too much time.
Wow, Donny.
Trent Beretta reaching over, makes the tag, in comes Percy.
Oh, man.
And it's time to get Purdy.
You think so?
I know so. I'm watching it right now. Percy's series of beautiful drop kicks
don't take
into
that,
the
Donny.
face of Donny Marlow.
Come on, Donny.
Marlow reverses. Percy out of the way. Percy flies.
Uh-oh, here we go. Please don't dance.
The party
Please
promoter
don't
known the world over. Maybe putting away Donny Marlow here.
Look at that. Now that's a team. That's a teammate.
Out of the way just in time. Caleb Croft. Nice maneuver. And in comes Jules. The body's all over the place, left and right, flying. Trent Beretta now on the top rope.
Oh, there's Trent.
Trent Beretta gonna fly. Wow! I mean, senton dive onto the Usos, and we've got a car crash-like atmosphere outside the ring.
Did you see that? I know you just saw what happened. Come on now.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Oh, Big Brodus going to work.
Here are your winners, Percy Watson, Caleb Croft, and Trent Beretta.
Yeah, I guess the plan backfired, huh? Yeah. Brodus Clay thought he had a hand. And what was going to happen, huh? What happened there, Abe?
I'm speechless.
Yeah, Brodus Clay was supposed to be out there just watching the match. Thought he'd hand the victory over to the Usos, but instead backfired and let Percy Watson recover and capture the win for his team.
You know what? That didn't go the way they planned, I'm sure.
Well, folks, we've been talking about it all night long. Our main event is next. Alex
We always say anything can happen at a live FCW event. Well, in what some would call an upset victory, Hunico and Dynamico defeated Jimmy and Jey Uso to become the brand new Florida Tag Team Champions.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Florida Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the Aviadores. They're the Florida Tag Team Champions.
Hunico and Epico, walking examples of unpredictability in FCW, capturing those tag team titles at an FCW live event. And here we go, right here to start things off, defending those titles against the former champions.
Yeah, unpredictability is correct, man. I still don't believe that they beat the Usos, but somehow they managed to do it.
And their opponents, the challenge challengers, accompanied to the ring by Tamina, Jimmy, and Jey Uso!
Well, the Usos have been on the tip of many tongues, not just throughout the FCW universe, but the WWE universe, following their recent, I guess, events we can call them, on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, call it major distraction, handling business. Don't be shy or ashamed. There ain't no event, but they're out there handling their business, man. Monday Night Raw. Come on,
trying to be politically correct.
Give them their props. I'm gonna give them their props. Congratulations, boys. Oh, and don't forget Tamina, man.
Tamina, the glue that is holding the extension of the Polynesian Power Pack together.
What? You said she wearing
Jimmy
extensions?
and Jey Uso.
That's not extensions. That's her real hair, man. She ain't no glue in her hair.
That's not what I meant.
Yes, it is.
What a way to kick off FCW this week. Once again, happy 4th of July to all our fans in the FCW universe.
Yeah, man, I got my fireworks ready. Did you get your fireworks?
Well, I thought we were going to the barbecue.
Man, you don't need no barbecue.
Oh, watch out, starting off early here. The former champions attacking.
Yeah. Boy, we started hot. That's right. If I just lost my titles, I'd be doing the same thing.
All 4 men in the ring. Los Aviadores is live.
Speed! Man. Woo, we got fireworks in here today.
It's all about the Florida Tag Team titles, folks.
Oh, wow. Now that's the way to start a show. This is what I'm talking about.
Right now, I believe that is Epico going for the cover there on Jimmy Uso.
See, I still don't understand the strategy of them looking alike. I mean, they trying to steal the Uso style being. I'm just saying, we already got one set of twins in here. We don't need another pair.
Oh, well, obviously. Oh, wow.
Wow, look at that.
Great agility by Epico, and watch a counter
You know what? That's what he get. This ain't sports entertainment yoga, huh?
Remember.
This ain't yoga class.
Oh, wait, quick cover here by Jimmy Uso. Hooks the leg. Remember, it's easy. Folks, you can capture the titles, but the fact is, it's a whole lot harder to defend them. And Los Aviadores defend the tag team titles against the Usos. Late cover again here. Man, folks, this match will continue after the break. Welcome back to a Raw cover. This match could end right before our eyes.
Ooh, it was almost over.
About to say welcome back to a red-hot edition of FCW television. This is our opening contest for the Florida Tag Team titles. The Usos doing everything in their power to regain the titles.
Yeah, that's right, man. You would think this was the main event the way they came out here.
Hooks the leg. Well, what is the main event? If you think about the Usos cover attempt again, multiple times. If you think about the Usos, it's been sort of a sweet with a little bit of the sour. The Usos moving on to Monday Night Raw, making an impact on Raw, but subsequently here in FCW, losing the Florida Tag Team titles.
I don't know, Byron, I'm going to have to disagree with you right about that. It's all sweet. As sour as it might seem, moving on to Monday Night Raw is a great thing. Even though they did lose the titles, I still think they're in a pretty good position right now.
Of course it is. Good fall attempt. But that it goes back to the importance.
It's apples and oranges, man, you know what I'm saying? I know the Florida Heavyweight title is very important.
Well, we're talking about the tag team titles, too.
And the tag team titles, yes, sir.
Good. Double team effort here by the Usos. Here comes Jey. But my point is,
that's what I'm talking
regardless of their experience, regardless of their time in the WWE, the importance of the Florida Tag Team titles, the prestige of the Tag Team titles still reigns supreme, and that's why you see Jey Uso trying to help his team capture
the
gold.
As important as they are, it's hard to keep your mind on the unified titles as well. You got to set your mind one place or another. You can't be divided, man, and right now they got their mind on the unified title.
Well, that begs the question of focus.
In my opinion, this is a punishment match.
A punishment match?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know, but in their mind, I think they just want to punish them.
Well, in my mind, and I believe in the minds of many other observers of FCW, the Usos would love nothing more than to capture the Florida Tag Team titles, as well as the Unified Tag Team titles in the WWE. Another double team effort. Jimmy Uso positioned center of the ring. And what you've seen also throughout the ongoing of this match is the Usos' multiple pin attempts, covering the guy. He kicks out, covering him again. Because all it takes, as you know, is 3 seconds, and we could have brand new Florida Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, well, as fast as this match is moving, I would be doing the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't give them time to breathe. And that's exactly what the Usos are doing.
Sorry, Epico desperately reaching for the tag to his partner Hunico, and perhaps that's the opening to do so.
Now which one is Hunico and which one's Epico?
Well, Epico is currently in the ring. Hunico on the apron trying to get to his partner.
How can you tell the difference?
I'm a journalist, that's why.
Come on.
Whoa! High flying Hunico! The luminous luchador!
Come on,
over
Uso.
the place. Hunico counter for counter. Springboard crossbody. Jab hooks the leg.
Come on. There you go. Got the kick out.
Los Aviadores knew. They knew the Usos were going to come to this match with everything in their power.
Absolutely.
Just like that.
Absolutely. That's how you win.
Could be it here. New champs, no.
That's how you prove a point, Byron.
Both these teams prepared. Both these teams know each other very well. You see Jey lining up for that Samoan spike. Countered by Hunico. Roll up. Hook style.
There you go. Ain't nothing like a good tag team partner.
Roll-up attempts for Jimmy Uso just in time. Here comes Epico.
Come on, ref. You can't do that.
3 men left in the ring.
Get some control out here, referee.
Make it 2. 2 on the outside. Hunico
Everybody's everywhere.
up top with Jey Uso. Oh, dangerous spot. Dangerous spot.
I think I know what's coming.
Here.
Oh, wow.
High risk maneuver, that's what's coming. Hunico, one time.
Come on, you got to kick out of this.
Still
Here are the winners, and still the Florida Tag Team Champions, Hunico y Epico, Los Aviadores.
Well, we say it's always harder to keep the titles than to win them. And Los Aviadores prove that they are for real.
Yeah, still shocked, but I got to give it to them. Los Aviadores did their thing, man.
Take another look at all the high-flying action between Los Aviadores and the Usos. We said they knew each other. We said they were familiar with each other's styles. Counter for counter, high-flying ability. But it was the champions one step better on this night. Hunico, Epico, still your Florida Tag Team Champions. Folks, coming up next, he was once a member of Crime Time. Now he says it's his time. Shad Gaspard makes his Florida Championship Wrestling debut next. Right now.
That's right.
The following contest is an 8-man tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Tamina, the team of Brodus Clay, Donny Marlow, and Jimmy and Jey Uso!
Well, the Polynesian Power Pack is in full force here this week on FCW TV.
Ooh-wee, look at the presence.
The Usos,
The
Brodus Clay,
presence. Did you feel that?
Donny Marlow.
I got goosebumps when they walked in the room, man.
And the glue holding it all together, Tamina.
Tamina, yeah, that's right. That's some pretty glue. I ain't seen glue that pretty in a. I tell you, I ain't never seen glue that pretty ever. First time.
And their opponents, the team of Showtime, Percy Watson, Eli Cottonwood, and the Florida Tag Team Champions, Los Aviadores.
There's a combination.
Oh, wow. You know what they call it? They call it the Motley Crew, right?
That's right.
That man Percy ain't thinking about you. He's gonna yell out, "Hey, Percy."
I like his glasses.
You know he already can't see. You probably can't hear either. Them big old glasses in that boy's face. I think he wears a hearing aid. I think I heard somebody. Yes, he does. I think he does.
A lot of force, a lot of bodies, a lot of ability inside the ring right now.
Yeah, that's
I hope they reinforce the ring this week.
What you trying to say, man?
Well, I'm just saying, there's 8 guys in there.
You saying Brodus Clay is overweight? What, is that what you
Brodus
said?
Clay
I'm gonna tell him what you said. I'm gonna tell him you said you hope they reinforce the ring so he don't break the ring.
We got 2 300, 400 pounders in there, yeah, not to mention.
Oh, look at that. Look how they started. Look, 2 bulls just locking up.
Well, big Brodus, big Eli.
Look at Brodus.
Nobody budges.
Ooh, look at that. Like Shamu in there.
Once again, jockeying for position. I don't know who wins this battle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The concrete jungle won that battle.
Oh, and the Usos with a cheap shot. Eli Cottonwood, come on.
Hey, he's just trying to wake him up.
Oh, wake him up. I didn't know he was sleeping.
Yeah, you see, Brodus almost knocked him out.
Look at Eli. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now that's a tag team combination right there.
Well, the force of Brodus Clay.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. You remember that little phrase? Ooh.
Yes, I've heard it once or twice.
Now, Eli's learning it right now.
The former Florida Tag Team Champions turned Raw superstars. Jey Uso getting a taste of NXT's Eli Cottonwood.
Look at his hands. His hands as big as Jimmy's head.
The unforgiving grip of Cottonwood meets the high-flying ability.
Now, who's this?
Of Hunico.
Hunico, okay. I can't tell these boys apart. Hunico, Imanico.
That's why I'm the play-by-play guy.
Yeah, hey. And what you trying to say, man?
I'm the play-by-play guy.
And I'm the what guy?
You're my friend.
What guy am I, huh?
Jey Uso. No love lost between these two men. Are all 4 of Los Aviadores. Los Aviadores, rather.
Usos. Yeah. I call them Los Doritos.
Only several weeks ago that Los Aviadores defeated the Usos for the Florida Tag Team title on an FCW live event. Usos tried to regain those titles unsuccessfully. However, you know they're just begging for another shot.
Yeah, but I heard after they won the titles, they got invited to be on the Lopez Tonight Show. Did you hear that?
I did not hear that.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it, though. There was a height requirement. They didn't meet the requirements, man. You got to at least be a certain size.
Well, that's Jey Uso in there, the twin brother of Jimmy, with Showtime Percy Watson, who's so agile. Oh, man.
Maybe a little too agile. He needs to slow down.
High drop kick.
Tell
no
me,
target.
With them big old glasses on, how could he not see what was coming?
It's not that he didn't see what was coming. It was that Jey, on that particular occasion, was a little quicker.
Yeah, no, he outsmarted him. That's what it was. Percy ain't the brightest guy in the ring right there. Look at Donny Marlow. Look at my boy, Donny, with the coconut drop head.
We saw Donny Marlow with a very impressive outing recently against Caval.
Oh, yeah.
Utilizing vicious headbutts and strikes.
Yeah, Caval doing things he shouldn't have been doing, jumping on my man Brodus Clay for no reason.
He got a mugging in the
Did
corner.
you see that?
My God.
Man, I seen the dude did like this last night in the alley.
What are you doing in an alley?
I was walking by, man. I had some business to take care of. Oh, snap! It's like a drive-by.
Cover!
Woo, man, there's some stuff out here tonight.
Percy Watson just getting
Did you see Tamina right there?
by the power pack.
They just showed Tamina on the camera, man. Did you
Yeah, I saw Tamina. Okay, big
I'm
deal.
just saying, she's the glue that holds this thing together.
Oh my, no! Jeez.
Shamu in your face, Percy.
Brodus Clay nearly crushing Percy Watson.
He look mad. He mad for real. Oh my God. Woo.
Percy has got to be out on his feet. My gosh. Throwing wild shots.
Look
Not
at
even
it.
phasing Brodus Clay.
And why would you punch him in the stomach? He's not going to feel that.
Oh, that's good.
See, Percy ain't thinking right now, man. If he was smart, go for his head, go for his leg. Percy knows better than this, man. He got a skilled pro like MVP. He needs to utilize some of that wisdom.
Jeez. And Percy Watson is just getting driven and knocked around like a bad habit.
This is embarrassing. Oh, I wonder what his new prescription gonna be, because they finna tear his glasses.
Clay just hoisting Percy Watson's lifeless body.
Watch this.
Prone for Jey Uso.
You know, I noticed among the Polynesian Power Pack,
That's the leg.
they like to utilize their heads in a lot of their movements. Oh, that's Tamina again.
Tamina, is she happy about what she's seeing? You can never tell.
She
She looks upset.
She's concentrating. She's the brains, the real brains behind this operation. You said she was the glue. Glue don't smile that often.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. the last time you seen some Elmer's glue?
Goodness gracious. It's Seguri by Percy Watson. The opening is available.
Come on,
Can Percy Watson achieve?
Come on, Donny.
Yes.
Oh, Donny, too slow.
In comes Epico.
Epico going to work.
Donny Marlow tries to reverse.
Come on, Donny.
Full speed ahead. One half of the Florida Tag Team Champions all over the place. Man.
Wow.
Look at Epico go. Maybe going to victory.
No. Not tonight. Ain't gonna get no quick pinfall like that on no Donny Marlow.
No, anything can happen in FCW. We've certainly seen that enough times.
Not with the Polynesian Prince. Did you see the fight that he put up with Caval? You think he's going out like that? Not tonight, buddy.
Marlow very dazed on his feet as Epico flies.
Wow.
Nice height. Flying drop kick. Center of the ring.
Yeah. Let's get Big Bad Brodus Clay back in there, man. Make the tag so we can squash Epico.
Yeah, that's all you want to see.
Yeah, I want to see him get squatted like a fly.
A luminous luchador. Walks into a Samoan drop by Donny Marlow.
That was
and
nice.
This could be it.
That's what you call perfect execution.
Marlow trying to go for a spinning neck breaker. Nice counter.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Big Brodus ain't having it. He see it to throw. Oh, snap. What is Eli Cottonwood doing?
Eli Cottonwood, boot to the face, and a double savant kick by the Usos.
Oh, wow. What's going on in here, man? This thing's going crazy.
Well, now they're done with that. Percy and Hunico doing a little double teaming. Wow. Bodies all over this ring. We got 4 men in the ring. Oh, it went Hunico.
Yeah, made a big
Percy
mistake.
Watson.
Oh, wow.
Looking at the Usos. We're down to 2.
Come on, Donny Marlow.
Donny Marlow.
It's up to you, Donny.
Epico.
You got to win this thing, Donny.
Marlow
come on, counter.
Looking for a suplex. Epico trying to counter, and he does.
Come on, Donny. You got to pull one out.
Well, Donny better get up if he wants to pull anything out. And while Brodus, Tamina.
Yeah. I didn't see that. I hope hopefully you didn't see it.
Donny Marlow.
Oh, yeah. You see that? They're making the perfect legal tag. Now,
Donny Marlow.
Do what they do.
Double teaming. Epico. My gosh, they call that the Colossal Connect.
Oh, yeah.
The Colossal Connect just connected. Brodus Clay hooking up the lifeless body of Epico.
Here are your winners, Brodus Clay, Donny Marlow, and Jimmy and Jey Uso.
Wow, yeah, that's right. Wow, the Colossal Connect. You don't get no better than that. That was nice.
Take another look how this thing went down. Brodus Clay, Donny Marlow hitting what they call Colossal Connect, and in turn earning themselves a colossal victory here on FCW television.
Congratulations, Polynesian Power Pack. You're looking good.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is the first match contender for the Florida Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Tamina, the team of Jimmy and Jey Uso.
Tamina is the glue. The Usos are Raw superstars and the former Florida Tag Team Champions in this #1 contenders match for the Florida Tag Team titles.
Well, it just shows you how important being the Florida Heavyweight Champion, the Florida Tag Team Champions are. You come back and you try to win them back. Now you got dual things. You're on Raw, and you're also the Florida Tag Team Champions. Big.
And their opponents, the team of Donny Marlow and Brodus Clay.
Well, I heard through the grapevine that Donny Marlow and Brodus Clay have been claiming that they're the uncrowned Florida Tag Team Champions.
Well, after what happened with Los Aviadores, you know, as the Power Pack all picked on them and beat them and left them laying, and then it brought this into the process. Steve Kern hats off again to bring in something that the universe wants to see. You know, these are brotherhoods, but this is a brethren, whatever that word is you use, between these guys. But you know what's more important? Tamina said it. The important thing is, you know what? Business is business.
Or business.
Business. No more monkey business. No more business around. This is business.
Well, and I think it's really interesting to note, last week, we saw the Usos interfere in the matchup between Los Aviadores and Donny, Marlow, and Brodus Clay. But I'm not so sure that Marlow and Clay were happy about that because, in essence, that took away
a victory
to win the tag team titles.
Exactly. Well,
so now
here you go.
Go figure why Marlow and Clay, were in a hurry to sign the contract and face the Usos. So like a family affair out here. All four of these men collectively known as the Polynesian Power Pack, along with Tamina on the outside.
Wow. I'm going to tell you what, these Usos are.
No cover here.
They're off the hook, man.
Jey Uso has
Wrong
Marlow.
corner, Marlow. Donny needs to get out of these Usos corner right here. Tamina's just as bad as these two men are. Jimmy and Jey Uso.
Yeah, you ever see her in the back?
Do I just run?
I try not to talk to her.
No, you said ever see her back.
No, Tamina, you ever see her in the back?
Her back or in the back?
Oh, stop it.
I love her, man. I'm going to tell you what. Nice move.
Marlow wisely escaping out.
Yeah, well.
And big Brodus Clay the backup from behind.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you what, the Brethren just left. Brethren just put his bags up and left.
You like that move?
Yes, I use it a lot.
You're using it for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, well, I'm going to use it next week because we got a hot show going next week.
And 400 pounds on the neck of Jimmy Uso. So remember, these four men know each other so well. These are men who they've traveled together, they've trained together, and now having a match together, not just any regular match, but with the stipulation that whomever wins this match goes on to receive a shot at the Florida Tag Team titles.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Los Aviadores got to be worried about either one of these teams. I'm going to tell you, what is that hanging over Brodus Clay's pants? What is that?
Looks like a leather towel to me.
Well, it looks like some type of symbol. See, like he's got the whole thing is hanging here. He's got little cuts and slices when we talk about Marlow.
He sweats a lot.
And Brodus got one, and he's got enough room on them tights to put maybe 50 of them things.
Jimmy Uso fight back here. And you always have to wonder, I bring it up all the time, but you always have to wonder here as Donny Marlow goes for the cover. How does the scheduling affect the Usos traveling back and forth between Monday Night Raw, between FCW live events? Here at
Good
FCW
point.
television.
You've been there. You've done it. You were there at ECW before it went defunct. I mean, it's rough, but you come back and you do what you got to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to take a break, but man, what a match! And it will continue. Welcome back to FCW television, folks. This is our main event. The Usos going one-on-one with Brodus Clay and Donny Marlow. The winner will become the next #1 contenders for the Florida Tag Team titles.
You know that?
Yeah, I love fishing.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, we got a free show after and a free show before. And right in the middle is the best show in town. Brighthouse Sports Network has on their programming with FCW Pure.
Donny Marlow resting his weight on the back of the head and neck of Jey Uso, whose shoulder has got to be reeling.
Well, he's got to be ripped. He's got to be ripped. I mean, Brodus Clay and Donny Marlow have just really taken control of this matchup without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I wonder what Brodus Clay. Oh, 400 pounds into your carcass.
Good stuff.
This could be it.
Man, that's good stuff. Somebody called a doctor.
The immovable object of the team of Marlow and Clay.
You know who surprised me is big Brodus Clay hanging in there.
Yeah. Well,
how about
there's
that?
some hang time for Jey Uso.
Yeah. Big Brodus. This might be his outcoming. You know what I mean? His stepping out match right here. It's good stuff.
You see the confidence of Brodus Clay continue to grow with every maneuver, and now you begin to ask the question of how much more can Jey Uso endure? Go!
Well, he caught him on the chinny chin right there. Trying to get a
tag. The tag.
There you go.
I think not.
Man, so I'm impressed with Brodus Clay. I mean, to this point, I'm telling you, he needs to wear that bag on his drawers all the time. I ain't lying. It might be like superpower kryptonite. That might be a baggy kryptonite right there.
A colossal connection of Marlow
Are you
and
even
Clay.
at all listening to me?
I heard something about kryptonite.
Here you go.
Oh, yeah. See, Jimmy, you're doing your partner no favors there.
None whatsoever. And I tell you what, these Usos have been riding high on Raw in the WWE Universe and riding high at FCW. I mean, they've had 5-star, whatever they call 5-star best matches.
Oh, look at
in
this.
history.
Look at all the right on the throat of Jey Uso. That's just foul.
No, that is foul. But you know what? All love and fair and foul. Cracking them ribs right there.
All love, fair, foul. That's a new one.
That is a good one, isn't it? I just came over with that right
I
there.
didn't say it was a good one. I said it was a new one.
Oh, new one. New roadism.
Sunset flip attempt by Jey Uso.
Yeah, well, this ain't
I'm not
gonna
sure
work.
it's a wise attempt.
Oh, that might be the opening that they need right there.
He's reaching, he's crawling. In comes Marlow. Can Uso make the tag? No,
He did not take it. That's good stuff. He needs to get him back him off that corner.
About a half an inch away from tagging in his twin brother.
How good is this match? Hey, Byron, how good is it?
I'll tell you what, Dusty, it's all about the stakes at hand. That's why you're seeing all four of these men put forth the effort.
Tamina's going crazy outside here. She's yelling and barking and screaming and hollering.
Things continue the way they are. We're going to have new #1 contenders, and their names are going to be Donny, Marlow, and Brodus Clay.
It's like four brothers.
It's the leg here.
It's like four brothers, getting along. And all of a sudden, one Sunday they decide to just be fighting each other and talking trash when they're doing it, talking smack.
The Colossal connection here, creating Colossal destruction on Jey Uso.
Big Brodus is putting down some ring time here. I like that. I like that a lot. I wonder what the Los Aviadores are thinking. I don't want any part of any of these guys. They got beat up last week. Right or wrong, yes or no, yay or nay.
Well, we've seen one of the most active times in the Florida tag team picture in recent history here at FCW, and of course, these are the two of the top dogs right now.
See, he's talking smack.
Trash.
Yeah, he's talking smack. That's street stuff. Yeah, that's street stuff. But you know what? That might have cost him. That stunned him. Big man stunned. Big man stunned. And a tag.
Jimmy Uso. Out of the way.
They got him stunned. They got the big man stunned.
Unloading on Clay. This power too much.
Whoa, staggered him. Got him down. Big kick.
His feet, it comes Marlow. Knocked out. Bye-bye, Marlow. Jimmy Uso all over the place, coming off. High crossbody headbutt. Brodus Clay's down. Cover now.
Oh. Buddy, I'm going to tell you what. You just about to lose your breath here. Outside, both men.
Then there were two.
Watch out.
On the inside, Jimmy charging ahead of Brodus Clay.
Caught him.
Brodus Clay caught him. The strength and power, too much.
Good stuff. Hey! Oh, no.
Unicorn.
Hey.
Well, the champions have arrived.
Yeah, they have. How about last week, boys? How about last week, Power Pack?
Putting an end to this Polynesian Power Pack implosion.
How about Ted? Oh, buddy. Oh, what a Sunday night here on the Brad House.
Hunico and Epico have just returned the favor.
Due to disqualification, here are your winners, Brodus Clay and Donny Marlow.
They got the win. We got the win.
Last week it was the Usos who interfered in the matchup with Los Aviadores and the Colossal connection now. Los Aviadores, the champions, return the favor. Does that mean we got #1 contenders?
We got the win.
Folks, it's a very compelling time in the tag team title division of FCW. Your champions, Los Aviadores.
Yeah.
You've got some angry challengers knocking on your door.
Power Pack is standing around empty-handed.
South B Sass, he's the dream. We'll see you next week.
Well, not exactly the kind of comments we were expecting here from Brett DiBiase.
I was expecting it. I knew eventually he was going to show.
The following contest is a Generations match scheduled for one fall. Please welcome the participants. Husky Harris, Donny Marlow, Jimmy and Jey Uso, Richie Steamboat, Rotundo, and Wes Brisco.
Let's talk about starting the show off with some fireworks here. First of its kind here. Did Brett DiBiase call it a generations match?
Wow, yeah, that's real original there, Brett DiBiase, a generations match. Wow, general manager, that's the best he can do. Is this going to be his claim to fame tonight? If so, I got to say, weak start. It's a weak start.
Well, you got to admit, it's a different way to start off a show. We've never had anything like this before.
Yeah, you're right about that. I get that, but don't you think he should have saved that for the match?
We've got all 7 participants of the first ever generation match in the ring, and that match starts right after the break. Welcome back, folks. The first ever generation match is ready to get under the way. Here we go, getting started here, and all these participants wasting no time. 7 of the FCW second and third generation athletes.
Now, Byron, this is what I love. Carnage right off the back, you know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about nobody, brother on brother, friend on friend. All about me.
Just to reiterate the rules, as Brett DiBiase put it, you can win by pinfall, submission, or by throwing your opponent over the top rope.
If it was me, I want to win by submission. You know, I want to make a man scream. I want to make him cry. I don't want to do 1, 2, 3. I don't want to throw him over the top rope. I want him to squeal, beg, tap out, say, I give up. You indeed are the better man.
See Donny Marlow there, the Polynesian Prince, son of former WWE superstar Haku.
Now, if I got to pick a winner, that's who I'm going for right now, Donny Marlow.
Oh, wait a minute. Now look at this strategy. Everyone's going after Husky Harris.
Smart move. He is the biggest man in there. You want to take out the threat first, the biggest threat first.
And there goes the biggest threat.
Straight on his head. Did you see that?
Husky Harris has been eliminated.
What's interesting is Rotundo was front and center. That's his brother.
Absolutely.
And he was part of that whole melee.
Oh, man, I told you, nobody cares about nobody. Dog eat dog in there, man. I wonder how Husky's going to feel about that in the back when they ride home together.
Well, we are now down to 6 second and third generation stars here in FCW. And there, again, there's a trigger point in this match. Rotundo going for a quick cover on Donny Marlow. Pinfall, submission, or throwing your opponent over the top rope.
Now, how do you think Jimmy and Jey are going to fare here, huh?
Well, obviously, Jimmy and Jey Uso have the advantage, not to mention their Polynesian Power Pack associate, Donny Marlow.
Yeah, but what about when it's just Jimmy, Jey, and Donny left?
Rotundo has been eliminated.
Rotundo has now been eliminated.
Man, the Rotundo, not many Rotundos hanging around, huh?
Oh, both Rotundo brothers have now been eliminated. Uso still intact.
Poor IRS. I know he's somewhere mad watching this. Disappointed in his son. It's okay, guys.
I don't think he's disappointed at all. Unpredictability of this sort of matchup. And there it goes. Is that Jimmy Uso?
That is, that's one of the Usos.
Jimmy Uso on the apron. Richie Steamboat.
Oh, Richie doing his thing.
Steamboat cross body.
Now, what I was saying before is, what about when Donny, Jimmy, and Jey are the last 3 standing, huh? What do you think is actually going to happen then?
Oh!
Richie Steamboat has been eliminated.
Richie Steamboat has been eliminated. Well, you know, now here's interesting.
Let's see this.
Are we going to see the alliance between the Usos and Donny Marlow here?
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. I don't know how long it's going to last. There can only be one winner.
Wes Brisco lying prone in the
Donny!
corner. And so much for the alliance.
Donny Marlow has been eliminated.
Oh, the Polynesian Power Pack.
Well, I don't think if you're the Usos, you could have written up a better scenario. 2-on-1. Wes Brisco's got his back up against the wall here.
I think this is we already know the outcome of this. One of the Usos will be winning this match.
Well, Brisco quickly moving out of the way. Got a juke and jive. Use your speed.
Wes coming up with some skills now. He's fighting like a madman.
Oh, what would you expect?
Look at Wes Brisco go. Go, wakeboarder, go.
Well, you only had to sense it was going to be a matter of time, but before the Usos.
False hope. He never should have got himself excited. He should never even thought he could win.
Able to use the numbers game to their advantage. Cover here.
Come on, guys.
Jimmy Uso pounding away as his twin brother Jey looks on.
Oh, look at the punishment. Yeah, that's...
Cover here again by Uso.
Go West. Go ahead and just go ahead and give it up. Save yourself the embarrassment. Save your family the embarrassment, man.
Just so difficult to mount an offense in this sort of situation when you're talking about not just battle royal rules, not just over-the-top elimination, but pinfalls, but submission. The Usos here are really having a field day.
Oh yeah, they put the boots to West. Look at West down there. How you feeling, West?
Brisco in a bad way, and you see Jey Uso in the distance sizing up Brisco.
Oh, you know what's next? I bet you West wish he had a twin brother right now.
Full speed!
Oh! Man, did you see his head snap back?
Brisco's feeling a lot of pain, hook of the leg.
Are you kidding me? Look at the frustration on the twins now. I'd be frustrated too.
One thing you can never forget about is the heart of Wes Brisco.
He does have heart, I give him that.
Son of Hall of Famer.
He don't have legs though.
Jerry Brisco. Double team effort against fires, and there goes Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy Uso has been eliminated.
Brisco.
Jey Uso has been eliminated. Here is your winner, Wes Brisco.
Wow, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
You saw the evidence right before your very eyes. Take another look, folks. You saw the Usos trying to implement the double team strategy that took down Donny Marlow earlier. This time it backfired. Out went Jimmy Uso, and Wes Brisco tossed out Jey to follow. And it's Wes Brisco who is your winner at the first ever Generations match here to kick off